Hello, book club. Welcome back to the library. So today we're between chapter 14 and 15. We have Manon's diary. And just a fun little thing added in here. And it's so beautifully written. And again, like I say every time we get together here, I am amazed at how much information is packed in every chapter. And same with this diary. At the very beginning, we really get to know Manon's family, don't we? She pulls out some of the things like, I'm too fat, Daphne. I'm always so tired, Nicolette. And she just really paints a picture of her family. She talks about the time-scented hills. And she paints such a beautiful picture of southern France. Like, you can see the olive trees, you can smell the thyme and the rosemary, and it's beautiful. We get to know her father. We get to know more about Luc, a southern Frenchman. To his marrow, his soul is fire and wine. He's never cold-blooded. He can't do anything without feeling. He's never indifferent. I can just picture his personality, very fiery, and she shows the contrast between men in Paris. Like, they're almost opposite. You go north and the men, they're not so fiery. Can I just read some of this beautiful writing? This is what really stuck out to me. Listen to this. Not that you haven't already read it, but I love beautiful prose. The light-drenched sky, the calls of the cicadas from the 100-year-old trees, the winds wrestling over every almond leaf, the heat like a fever, the golden quivering and sparkling of the air when the sun goes down and turns the steep mountains and their perching villages shades of pink and honey. And the land keeps on giving. It will not stop growing for our benefit. It forces rosemary and thyme through the stones. The cherries almost burst out of their skins, and the swollen lime seeds smell like girls' laughter when the harvest boys come to them in the shade of the plane trees. The rivers gleam like fine turquoise threads winding through the craggy rocks, and to the south sparkles a sea of such piercing blue as the speckles on the skin of black olives when one has made love under one of those trees. The land constantly presses on us humans, comes mercilessly close, thorns, rocks, scent. Papa says that Provence created humans from the trees and the bright rocks and springs and called them Frenchmen. They are woody and malleable, stony and strong. They speak from deep within their strata and boil over as fast as a pan of water on the stove. I can already feel the heat subsiding, the sky sinking lower and losing its cobalt streaks. I see the contours of the land growing softer and weaker the farther north we go. The cold, cynical north. Can you feel love? Wow. That's writing, my friends. That is just beautiful. Again, I can smell the herbs. I feel like I'm on the soil of France. Just beautiful. We get to know a little bit about her papa. Definitely more conservative than maybe Manon and Luc. Here's when she writes in her diary about Jean. His name is Jean. He is in the process of converting a barge. He's going to call it the literary pharmacy to treat all the emotions for which no other remedy exists. Homesickness, for example. So she's feeling really homesick. This is how Jean walked upon her, saw her upset, and so he's talking to her. In his opinion, there are various kinds: a desire for shelter, family nostalgia, a fear of separation, or a yearning for love. The yearning to have something good, to love soon, a place, a person, a particular bed. He says it in such a way that it doesn't sound silly, it sounds logical. Jean promised to give me books that would alleviate my homesickness. He said it as though he were talking about a half magical yet nonetheless official form of medicine. This sounds so much like Jean, doesn't it? He seems like a white raven, clever and strong, and floating above reality. He is like some great proud bird watching over the world. Oh, it makes you love Purdue. As far as Manon, I don't like, she's not the kind of person I'd want to be in a relationship with. I like her adventurous spirit. She's definitely one of those free spirited, I mean, traveling alone, the way she looks at the world. We have some differences in ideas, but, I like her, but I think Catherine would be a much better match for our Monsieur Purdue. All right, guys, I love you so much. I will see you for tomorrow, chapter 15. We'll see you next time.